let's get started. You can either start in a comfortable seat or come into child two, knees wide, hips back towards your heels, arms stretched out in front of you. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Listen to the sound of your breath here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, relax your hips and knees. You can even kind of rock from side to side. Can you make your breath smooth and even? On your next inhale, come up to hands and knees. Start to move through cat and cow. Exhale and round your spine. Inhale, draw your shoulders back and look forward. Go back and forth, start to add your own movements in here. Maybe you move your shoulders around in your pockets. And start to move your hips from side to side. You can stretch through your ribs. Level off to a neutral spine. And notice your alignment here. You want your wrists out right under your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Push down with your hands, engage your arms so you're feeling really steady here. Same with the tops of your feet, shins and knees. They're rooting down. We're going to practice a little balance here from hands and knees. So push into the ball of your left foot. And then check out your hips. You want to make sure your hips are level. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Hover your left foot, bring your right arm out. Spinal down. Take your gaze down to the mat. So lengthen your spine, or you can take it out in front of you just a little bit. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib really strong. And then you can take your arm and leg straight out. See how that feels? Bring them back in. Set them down. Take a little pass at cat and cow. Change sides. Push into the ball of your right foot. You're kind of dropping your right hip down so you're not spinning open there. So check that out first. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Activate your core stability. Hover your right leg. Bring your left arm up. Pull your abs in and up. It's almost like you're pushing into a cat pose. Pushing down with your right hand and your left knee. Squeeze, lift. Take your arm and leg out. See if you can keep core stability activated here. Bring them back with control, smooth breath. And then lower your hand and knee back down. Take a little pass. The cat and cow. Downward dog. Walk out the backs of your legs, nudge your head around a little bit. Couple more breaths here in downward dog. One more exhale here. On your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift, forward fold. Reach up, come into mountain. Bring your arms down by your side. Reach up with your inhale, forward fold, halfway lift, step back to plank. Lower yourself down, nice and slow. Use your whole exhale. Prop yourself up on your forearms for Sphinx. Look forward, you can kind of rock your shoulders from side to side. Maybe look back over each shoulder. See what you can find here. Lengthen the muscles that run along your spine. Move your head around. Check in with the muscles of your neck. You can tuck your chin into your chest and keep your shoulders wide here. Kind of let your head move from side to side. One more inhale, and on your exhale, lower yourself down. Push up to high plank and back to down dog. One more exhale here. On your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down about halfway or all the way. Inhale forward and through. Maybe take an extra breath or two here since this is our first pass it up dog. And then on your exhale, push back to down dog. Nod your head yes and no, feeling through your neck, through the muscles of your face. One more exhale here. With your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale forward and move. Exhale back to down. One more exhale here. With your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Move with your breath. Okay, we're going to move into three-legged dog, but we're going to do it just like we did in spinal balance. So you want to keep your hips level. Maybe put a little bend in your left knee and start to hover your right knee, or right foot, sorry. Right toes are pointing down. Just take it up as high as you can. Use your right glute and your right hamstrings to lift up high without opening your right hip. It almost feels like you're dropping your right hip down. Now, start to stack your right hip up on top of left, opening up, pushing into both hands equally. You can bend your knee here for wild dog, or you can take the option of flip dog, where you bring your right foot down, toes point towards the wall behind you, lift your chest. It's like a three-legged back bend. Open your heart, look back to your right fingers and flip dog, and then come back into downward dog. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. And just take a little movement here in low lunge. Rock from front to back. You can kind of let your hips sink down and then add a little more strength. And then lower your back knee. Right ankle stacks under right knee. Just kind of let your hips sink forward. I just want you to take some time to feel into the stretch you're experiencing in the front of your left hip. Can you broaden your collarbone and start to draw your shoulders back? Now gently come up. You can keep your hands at your right knee for support. We're going to start to add a twist here. Start to twist to your right. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. And then see if you can bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. You can press your palms together for a deeper twist here. Really lengthen and expand through your left side. If you want to add an extra level of challenge here, tuck your left toes and lift your back knee, pushing through your left heel. You can also open your arms here to kind of guide you into the twist a little deeper. One more inhale, and on your exhale, come back to center. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Reach up, and come into mountain. Reach up, forward fold, halfway lift, step back to plank. Take your vinyasa, lower down, inhale forward and through, and back to down dog. Prepare for three-legged dog. Start to hover your left foot. You may want to put a little bend in your right knee. Left hip stays level with right hip. Take it up. Keep pointing your left toes down. That'll help you point the front of your left hip down too. Taking it up as high as you can with your inhale, and then once you've gone up as high as you can start to open up your left hip, stacking left hip up on right. Maybe even bending your left knee, looking under your left arm. If you want to take it over as a flip dog, bring your left foot down. And then you're going torso facing up towards the ceiling. Toes and knees point back to the back wall. Behind you. You can look at your left hand. Big open heart. One more inhale here. And then on your exhale, flip back over, coming into down dog. Low lunge. Left foot comes forward and through. Take a little movement. Feel through your hips. Notice how this side might feel a little different than the other side. Lower your back knee. Start to broaden your collarbone, look forward. Draw your shoulders back as much as you can. And feel into the front of your right hip. Start to rise up. Gently start to move into your twist. Inhale, length. Hips are going forward. Exhale, twist. You can start to slide your right arm to the outside of your left knee. Use that leverage to inhale more space in your right side. Exhale, twist. Just twisting as much as what feels good for you. And then if you want to add that little kind of biomechanics challenge, tuck your back toes, push through your right heel, and straighten your right leg. Inhale, length, exhale, twist. Exhale into the twist, and then on your inhale, come back to center with control. Step your feet together at the top of the mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up, and come into mountain. We're going to turn to the side here. So step your left foot back, take a wide stance. Now, you're going to check out your feet first. You want to make sure your toes are pointing right towards the edge of your mat. You're not turning your toes out or in. They're just pointing right to the edge. Heels stacked directly behind the balls of your feet. Put a little bend in your knees, bring your hands to your low back, lead with your chest, and come into a wide-legged forward fold. Once you get down there, you can just kind of hang here, or you can use your hands underneath you for support. You kind of move from side to side. I like to roll out onto the sides of my feet just for a breath or two to kind of stretch my ankles. You can also shift your weight up into the balls of your feet and your front toes. Your toes, I don't know why I said front toes. They're the only toes. You can rock back in your heels. Be careful you don't tip over. See what you can find here. Long spine. Couple more breaths. Come up into a halfway lift here, and we're going to take transverse lunge now. So turn your right toes out 45 degrees, bend your right knee, and walk over to that side. Left toes point up, so you can flex your left leg. That way, if your left knee is straight, you can really engage there and keep it safe. If your right heel lifts up off the mat, that's fine. This is a side lunge. Just make sure it feels okay on your knees and you're feeling the hip opener happening here. I like to use my right hand to kind of guide my right knee back. Some people like to rock back a little bit, and that does kind of change where you feel the stretch. So you can use your hands for support here. This is another one where it's very easy to fall over backwards, especially if you're rocking the weight back. So just use your hands for support, move very mindfully. And then on your next inhale, come up through center and go the other way. Turn your left toes out, bring your hips down. Right toes point up. And start to work with your lunge here. Can you use your left elbow to kind of guide your left knee open? Can you add more strength in your extended leg? On your next inhale, come up to center. Rebuild that wide stance, toes pointing forward. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your low back. Come up to the flat back. We're going to take a triangle from here. So turn your right toes out. Left hip goes back. Hinge over your right hip. Bring your right hand to your right shin, left arm up. Keep drawing your left hip back. And if you want, you can slide down a little further. Just make sure you don't start to turn in to your right leg. If you're finding that big space through your left side. And you can create a little movement with your left arm. You add a little bend in your front knee and really root down with your right foot. Really strong right leg. One more exhale here. And then on your inhale, come up, back to center. Turn your toes forward. We're just going to go the other way. Turn your left toes to the back of the mat. Right hip slides back. Reach and lean. And start to come down over your left leg. You're drawing your right hip back. Little bend in your front knee to keep your front knee safe. Your left knee, I guess we should say. Taking a little movement. Shush. Shush. Taking a little movement with your right shoulder. One more exhale. And on your inhale, come up back to center. Step your feet together at the top of your mat. Reach up Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Once you're back in downward dog, take a little movement here. One more exhale. On your inhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Half lift. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Reach up. And come into mountain. We're going to take eagle pose into dancer. So if you like to use a block in eagle, you might want to put a block or even a book or something that you've got that's sturdy on the outside of your right foot so you can set your left toes on it to help you balance. So start with your arms in a low V. Start to shift your weight onto your right foot, getting light on your left toes. Taking a bend in your right knee. Just finding stability here. You're going to wrap your left leg around your right leg or just put your left toes over on that book or block. And then you're going to squeeze them together as much as you can. I can't get my left toes behind my right calf, so I flex my left foot and really spread my left toes to add lots of tension here. Now you're going to bring your left arm under right, wrap up your arms. Now add tension here. You want to squeeze your arms together, pull them up and away from your chest, and draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Drishti gaze is usually kind of shooting down off to the side. So you want to create a lot of tension here. Really squeeze. You can draw the top of your toes to your lowest rib and start to bend your knees and sit down. Compress and squeeze. One more exhale here. We're going to slowly unravel our arms and go into dancer. So your right arm reaches up, left arm reaches back. Grab your left foot, kick. Lift your heart. You can hinge forward if you want to feel a little more space, a little more release in your left hip. Kick. Lift your heart with your inhale. Kick your left foot into your hand with your exhale. And then gently release the tension and come back to mountain. Take a couple breaths. Take a little movement. And then we'll get ready for the other side. So starting in mountain pose, arms kind of down into a low V, shoulders back. Shift your weight over onto your left foot. Start here, light on your right toes, take a little bend. Bring your right leg up and over your left leg. Squeeze, engage. And then right arm comes under left arm. Wrap them up. Pull your shoulders up and away if you've got the space. Draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Engage. Everything from the neck down is squeezing, engaging, compressing, lots of tension in this pose. But your face stays relaxed. And your breath stays smooth and steady. Now transition into dancer slowly. Unravel your arms. Left arm goes up. Right hand reaches to the inside of your right ankle or foot. Kick and lift. Can you now take your gaze up towards the ceiling? Keep lifting your right leg high. Breath is smooth. One more inhale, lift. And then on your exhale, come out of it. And take a little movement. We're going to take one more balance pose here. We're going to try crow. So if you're using a block or a bolster or a book, you've got something close to you, you may want to put it right in front of your face. And you're going to come down into a little squat, knees wide, heels are kind of closer together. Press down with your hands, spread your fingers wide. You kind of play around with leaning onto your arms here and rocking your weight over your hands, big stretch for your wrist. Now see if you can put your knees right at the back of your arms. I actually take my knees out to the outside edges of my arms. Some people set their knees directly on the back of their arms. You're going to bend your elbows and make a little shelf. Pitch your weight forward, come up onto your toes, and you can look at your pillow or your block. And if you feel like you're going to fall forward, you can fall right onto your pillow. You can kind of tuck your chin into your chest and maybe roll. Or just come up on your toes. Don't lift your toes. Just practice putting your knees on the backs of your arms. Give it another breath or two. Try it. And then jump back to high plank. And lower yourself down. Take your left arm out, shoulder roll. Use your right hand to guide yourself back. Inhale your right arm up and back. One more inhale here. And on your exhale, come back onto the front side of your body. Change sides. Take your right arm out, roll back. One more inhale here. On your exhale, put your left hand down. Come onto the front side of your body. Center yourself on the mat. You're going to take a locust pose here. So you're going to press down with the tops of your feet. You bring your chin down to the mat, arms down into a low V, or you can grab hands behind your back. On your inhale, lift your legs and chest and arms. Pull your heart forward. Lift. Can you internally rotate your legs? You can externally rotate them too. It's just a little harder to internally rotate. See what that does. Look forward, lift up high. On your exhale, lower down. Turn and rest on your right ear. You can rock your hips here. Rest your arms. Turn your head the other way. Stretch out your neck and relax. Come back to center. Push yourself up to hands and knees. Kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Walk your hands out in front of you. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down to the mat. On your inhale, rise up. Make your way back to downward dog. Right foot forward, low lunge. Come into a nice deep lunge, right ankle stacked under right knee, and then lower your back knee. You're going to take half splits from here. So you're going to back your hips up and come onto your right heel. Square off your hips, right ankle and toes. And then if you'd like, you can reach forward with your chest, come down, and you can start to round your forehead down towards your right leg. Whatever helps you feel a big stretch in the back of your right leg. And then you can also move a little bit here. You can rotate your ankle or your leg. You can also point your toes down. Take a little movement. Maybe you swing your hips over to one side and then the other. We're going to go into lizard from here. So you're going to walk your right foot out just a little bit, bring your right hand to the inside, roll out to the outside edge, hips come forward. Take a little movement. Just a few breaths here in lizard. Rock from side to side a bit. You look back, lean. We're going to come into pigeon now. Back your hips up. Walk your right foot across the mat. And your right leg down. And take a little movement here. If you want to come in a little deeper, tuck your back toes, lift your left leg. Walk your left leg back. Kind of letting your hips get heavier down towards the mat. You can also lean forward. I like to lean forward over to the left a little bit so I can lean into my right glute and kind of work that stretch that you're feeling. So take some movement here. We'll stay here for about a minute. Now, if you're perfectly happy working with where you're at or relaxing down into it, getting heavier with every exhale, stay there. Or if you want to try King Pigeon, come up to tall arm. And in King Pigeon, we have to be sure that we're positioned in a way that we're on top of our left thigh. So you can't really be having your left knee turned out here. That's the first step. Bend your back knee. See if you can kind of land on the top of your knee, bottom of your thigh, not on your kneecap. Then you're going to push down with your right hand, reach your left arm back. Really push down. I come up onto my fingers a little bit to give me a little more space. Then you might be able to catch your left foot. So if you didn't get the knee bend, but you still want to try reaching up and back, this is great too. You can catch your knee. You can pull your foot in towards your body for a big quadricep stretch, real big. I like to kind of shimmy my foot into the crook of my elbow. It kind of helps pull through my left pectoral as well. And then if you want to add a little bind here, a little balance, you bring your right arm up, and you can bring your fingers together. It's kind of a cool rock star pose, party pose. You really have to lift your pelvic floor for that one so you can balance, especially if your hips are floating up above the mat. So release that, come out of pigeon and make your way back to downward dog. And take any movement here in down dog that you want. Maybe you want to lift your right leg for three-legged dog. Bring your left foot forward for low lunge. Step it forward and work on coming into a deep lunge. Bend your front knee, rock your weight from front to back, and eventually you'll bring your right knee down. Half splits. Back your hips up. Come onto your left heel. Point your left toes up. Square your hips. So you're drawing your right hip forward, left hip back. Square your left ankle. Check your alignment here. You can start to fold over your left leg, starting with a long spine, leading with your chest, and then you can start to round if you want more. Take a little movement. Point your left toes down. I would like to push them down and kind of get a big stretch in the front of my shin and top of my foot. You can rotate your left leg a little bit, sway your hips. Lizard pose. Now you're going to rock your weight forward. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit. Let your left knee open up. Left foot and ankle are flexed. Take a little movement here. Move back over each shoulder, rocking your weight from side to side. Pigeon. Back your hips up. Walk your left foot across the mat. Bring your left leg down. Take your time here. If you want it a little deeper, push into your right toes, lift your back leg, and kind of walk your right toes back, getting your hips a little heavier down. You can lean down or lower down to your forearms, or maybe you can lay all the way down. A few breaths here, spending about a minute here. Big stretch in your left glutes, breath is smooth and steady. Try to relax as much as you can here. Check the muscles of your face and hands. Stay here or come up to try King Pigeon. Start by coming up to tall arms, really pressing down into your hands, feeling supported there. Bend your back knee. You might have to rock your weight forward a little bit to get that bend in your knee. Put your left hand more towards the middle of the mat. Sit up tall. Reach back with your right arm. Bend your right knee. Maybe you can catch your foot. Maybe you can shimmy your foot up your arm. Take it easy on yourself. Maybe you want to lift your left arm or go for the bind. When you're ready, release and make your way back to downward dog. Last pass of down dog. Take a little movement, settle in. Shoulders are wide, neck is relaxed. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Have a seat. And lay all the way back. Actually, let's grab our bolster. We're going to take an inversion. So you may want your bolster for this, maybe you don't. You can push up for shoulder stand, roll up for shoulder stand, or you can tuck a bolster under your hips and put your legs up in the air. Big deep breaths here. On your next exhale, make your way down to the mat. We're going to take supported fish. So you want your bolster, or you want your blanket to be rolled up into a long, skinny burrito to go up the length of your spine. I'm re-rolling mine here. Put it back behind you long, and then lay back. Find big space in front of your chest. Your head can hang off it or not, whatever feels best for you. I like to have a little support under my neck so I can still let my head tip back, but not hang off of it. So find what feels best for you. Take your time setting it up because we're going to stay here for 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, as long as you want. We're coming to the end of our practice now. Find space. Change up your arms after, a minute of, I like to take my arms out tall, up and out, but then if I bring them down, I notice that it's kind of rests in a different place. So keep experimenting here. Deepest breaths you've taken yet today. Take a few more big, expansive breaths here. And then make your way off of your bolster into Shavasana. So you want to move very slowly, coming into a comfortable position so you can lay and be still here. Gently start to take your head over to one side, just letting it roll over heavy, really slow. Slowly start to bring it back to center. Let it go down the other way slowly. Deepen your breath. Bring your head back to center. Step your feet up. Draw your knees into your chest. And just gently rock from side to side. Kind of rounding out your low back, massaging your back. And then take your knees down over to the left. Stretch your right arm out to the right. And take a very gentle version of supine twist. You can even turn your head to the right. Big deep breaths here. Keep deepening your breath. Bringing awareness back. And then on your inhale, bring your knees back through center. Go the other way. Take your knees over to the right. Left arm reaches out, down your left arm. Big deep breaths here. Bring your gaze back up to the ceiling and roll over onto your right side to help yourself come up to a comfortable seat. Thank you for joining me for yoga this morning. Have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot.